Yo, what's up, Grab 5D here. It's time to summon an ungodly amount of soul stones, immortal and eternal soul stones in order to complete this master deck of fate that is currently going on that has for you one legendary champion up for grabs. Legendary champion that you cannot get after the Assassin's Creed collaboration ends with raid. So it's quite unique. His name is Basim Ishaq, and a lot of players who have enough soul stones will be going for this champion. I happen to have enough soul stones saved up, so I'm about to flip all the cards required to get the 100 fragments to pick up this champion. But you do not normally want to start today, Monday, because you have two ways of flipping all the cards right here. 40,000 points required. You have two ways. Getting artifacts is the first way, then soul stone summoning is the second way, which is going to be the best. So if you want to go ahead and get some artifacts by farming the ongoing Fire Night tournament and the upcoming what do you call it now, event dungeon, those are the two events you want to farm completely, Fire Night and this Augustine's Frenzy tournament, before you flip all the cards, right? So this Augustine's Frenzy plus the Fire Night, I'm thinking if you farm it, you're gonna flip maybe 4 cards from it. So if you're going maximum points for the Fire Night for this ongoing fusion, you're gonna probably get 2 cards flipped. Right now I currently have 1 card flip at 1,000 points, so by the 2k 250 mark I probably have 2 cards available to flip from the ongoing Fire Night. I have running in the background, by the way, as I do this video. You can see Fire Night is running 15 battles out of 20. After that's probably not enough. I'm going to load up another 10 or 20 battles to get that one on going. Started using my gems though. For those going for the fusion, that's what the Fire Night is for. It does boost your chances of getting Savage sets. So my noob to pro is also by the corner right there, farming the Fire Night like crazy and hoping my newfound Cold Heart and new champions I get here get me through levels 16, 17 and 18 stages. That's what I'm doing on the noob to pro. But over here, this video is all about flipping all the cards, but I have to stress, farm your Fire Night first, then do the event dungeon tomorrow. We kicks off tomorrow. This event dungeon one kicks up tomorrow. It does have a prism crystal for you that's going to be worth farming because it's not yet activated. They normally activate it 1 day ahead of the event. So if you go over there, you can see a countdown. I'm surprised this time they let it wait till tomorrow. This Augustine's Frenzy, you can see the prism crystals is up for grabs. Normally they start it a day early. You see it in game available for those who can spend and buy those prism crystals, and the next day being on Tuesday, that's when we the normal players get to go in there and farm it and get 1 copy of prism crystal or prism shard and then summon it. So those are the 2 ways you want to get some cards flipped. 4 cards maybe estimated. It depends on the stage you fight in this frenzy tournament and the stage you fight in the Fire Night. That will determine how many points you get per dungeon or gear hunters. Remember in the beginning of the event calendar, I was shouting, where is the dungeon divers? Where is the dungeon divers? Where is the gear hunters? Remember when I talked about that? Well, these are the gear hunters that were missing. And luckily for us, a lot of players going for this fusion, especially my noob to pro account, this event dungeon, or I mean this gear hunters event that is masked as a deck of fate, does not have any fragments for you during the fusion. So you do not need to go crazy for it if you're not going for the fusion. Like my noob to pro does not care about flipping cards over here. We're just going to flip 1 or 2 cards as long as it doesn't have any what do you call it, fragments for the ongoing fusion champion Noldor. So that's gonna be a good thing. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice, but I'm going to try to get through this one. So that's the first thing I want to talk about before I start flipping the cards. Now, since my Fire Night farming has gotten 1 card for me to flip, let me go ahead and flip the first one. And I get 5 fragments. The last time I participated in this type of event, the Hilvi deck of fate also, I managed to flip enough 100 fragments without flipping all the cards. So I think it was about 35 or less than that cards that I had to flip, not all, because flipping all the cards means you have to get a total of what, over 50 immortal soul stones summoned or 11 eternal soul stones summoned. Those are the 2, or a mixture of both, which I'm going to do on my account. But if you farm the dungeon divers first, you can reduce the amount of immortal or eternals you have to summon to flip all the cards. So hopefully I don't have to flip all 40 cards in order to get this. So when I go summon some Immortal Soul Stones, I'll come over here and see how many cards I can flip from that. So let me do let's say 20k first, because I really don't want to go summon a ton of Altar Souls Immortals when it's not the best time to summon these Soul Stones. It's not, because there's no boosted event going on right now. By summoning your Immortal Soul Stones today, you're not going to get a boosted chance of getting 5 or 6 star perfect souls for the champions, right? You're just going to get random normal rates. These are the normal rates right here. These are the chances you have. 32% chance for a 4-star, 12% chance for, normally you want to wait till it's a boosted rate of up to what, 24% chance for a 5-star. Normally they don't boost the rarity. I mean, they don't boost the rank. No, they don't boost the rarity, but they boost the ranks. So you get a 5-star rare. So, but still, it's the better chance at that time to summon these Immortal Soul Stones than now. As for Eternals, you do not want to really touch your Eternals for this type of event, except you have to. So those who don't have a choice but to go for Eternal will have to do up to 11. I checked in the Mystic markets. I see I have 9 Eternals, so I'm not going to start with the Eternals. I'm going to go ahead and start with the Immortals. Like I said, I'm not going to do all 50 that is required. I don't even have up to 50. I'll first of all do 20 and see how many cards we can flip from that. This is going to be a pain if you don't get anything amazing, but you always want to check your wish list to make sure it's up to date before you even start summoning. So I'm going to leave these ones in there because why not? I'm even going to do a 10 pull. No need to drag this one out for a long video. I'm even going to do a 10 pull to get it out of the way. That's House Gore. Urust. Okay, now getting mythicals, 4-star Mesomer. Most of these ones you get, especially the mythicals that are duplicates or the legendaries that you already have, can be sold for what do you call it now? For back to essence. You can just flip it back for essence. Gretel 3-star. So it's not like you're gonna. So that's nothing amazing that I got there. Let me do the second 10 pull before we go. See how many cards that is to flip. That is 6-star Steel Skull. That's not one I want for a 6-star. Ugo is also a 6-star. So I'm getting the 6 stars, but those 2 champions I just got are already 6-star on my account. Well, I don't think Steel Skull is a 6-star. So let me go ahead and see. Souls Collection. No. Awakening. Ooh, I got an upgrade for Urust Soul Cage from a 2-star to a 3-star, giving you some stats boost to these champions. That's a new one. Gretel. These 2 champions, Gretel and Hansel, are still not being able to test them. Nobody even talks about them anymore in Raid. They just released and we got the counterparts. Oh, that's a new one for Steel Skull. 6-star Steel Skull. Strong Steel Skull there. Alright. So that's all I got from these 20 pools. So as for the mythicals, I didn't get anything new that I don't have before. Like, ladies, for mythical champions, I already have. I mean, I got a 4-star Mesomer. That's a duplicate, so I can simply go sell it and get back some resources for that duplicate one, right? Yes. No other dupes. With that out of the way, let me go see how many cards we can flip from those 14k. 14 cards, that is. I'm just going to go accordingly. In this one, you cannot pin the rarity. If you could, maybe that's why my chances of getting Healvy was easier that time, because I was able to pin purples and get more cards flip for purples. But this time around, it's just going to reset if you get something wrong. Where are the fragments? I'm only here for fragment. Oh, that's another one. They're side by side. 50, what do you call it now? So there are other resources you could also watch out for, including 1 Primal Shard. What other resources are amazing to obtain here? Of course, the legendary skill tome, you want to be able to grab it while you flip these cards. So it's all by luck, by chance. You really can't predict what you're getting, right? So if you like, go accordingly. That's 3-3 side by side. No, I'm getting the matching, but I want it for higher rarity, which is not easy. I'm gonna go back to the top. That's and it resets. 10 fragments. That's a good one. So We're getting there slowly, but all the points is slowly going. Only 4 more to flip. 5 again. If you want to check, another 10. If you want to check how many fragments you have so far, you have to head back to the portal, fragments portal, and see Basim. I currently have 39 fragments obtained so far. We're getting there slowly. Ronaldo, I'll give an update after we get Basim fragments completed. So I'm not even halfway there yet. So let's head back to the Altar of Souls. Is the Fire Knight battle stopped? I think my Fire Knight battle has stopped. I need to get back farming again. Maybe 10 more battles will get me to this 2,250 mark. Currently at 1,380. Oh, it's still going. 2 more battles before it stops. Altar of Souls. Let's do the entire 19 then. Painful. Hopefully this one I might get something amazing for a champion that is on the wish list, or one mythical that I currently do not have at 6-star. That's a mythical, and that's Kurosa, the one I do not own. A legendary one is going to be Ieyasu. Another mythical. Now, if this was giving you points based on the rarity of the perfect souls you're summoning, I could have gotten a lot of points from here, but no, it gives you points based on the type of this thing you're summoning. That's why most players will even prefer to go for the Eternals instead of going for the Immortals. But I want to use my Eternal for something else. When I see this is what I want to use my Eternals for, that's why I'm saving it. I want to save it for this, because there are some key champions I'm looking for a 5 or 6-star soul for them, and I need this essence to make that happen. So I do not want to spend it right there. So I don't want to spend it on this. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, let's go and see what I'm awakening now. It's going to be a 4-star for Jorg. I do have a champion guide on this dude, a good reviver. And that's it. As for the soul collection, is there any duplicates I can't sell? Yeah, that's a upgrade to Kurosa. If I can pick her up one day in the future. Is she even available from Primal Shard? I thought that was an exclusive champion. A duplicate for Abias. When did I get this one? 3-star to a 5-star Abias, or I had it before? I didn't notice. I'm selling the duplicates. I don't need to hold on to it. And that's a 4-star for Ashna. Sell it and get some essence back. And that's for the mythicals cleared. So if you're running out of space, as always, you gotta clear a little bit. I'm not even getting a lot of rares, which is good. I'm mostly getting epics and legendaries. I'm not complaining though. All right, let's see what those 19 will do for me. Oh, I did 10 already. 10 more. Pick these ones up. I usually do single pulls for this one, but today I don't have the patience for these single pulls. Ezio, a champion who is already at 5-star. I'm getting a 3-star soul for him. Wish list, Neldor. I'm trying to get Neldor to 6-star. That's why it's in the wish list. That's a Jorad 6-star perfect soul. 6-star perfect soul. That's a huge one. That's a huge one. Damn. That's a huge one. I don't own him though. I just know that getting 6-star perfect soul from this is extremely difficult to do. What's the chances of getting a 6-star perfect soul? It's 6%. So I hit that 6% mark right there, which is huge. So let's go see how many cards that will get me to flip before I have to touch the Eternals. That's another 14 cards to flip. Will this be enough? From the first 14 I did 39 fragments. From this one, let's see how many cards I can flip. Let me go back to this side. Maybe some are hiding at that extremes. That is 6-star. Oh, can I get a matching combo for this? Somewhere here? No, it resets, but that's a fragment though. If they want to give you the combo, they'll give it to you. 7 more. That's the legendary skill tome. Where is the Primal Shard hiding? 10. Another 5. That's a 3. 3. Of course, it's easy to match these rare ones, not the epics and the purples. Where could one be hiding here? I'm looking for where they're not so populated before I click there. Here it's not so populated. I ran out of points. How many fragments is that? I do not want to flip all 40. I'm trying not to see 81. So still a little bit of more points to go. So I do have to use my Eternals. That's what it means. For the Eternals, that's 3,500 per Eternal. So if I go to this Mystic and do 2 Eternals. 2 Eternal Soul Stones for now. This is not the best time to use the Mortals because they give you 70 points each. You're going to just burn through all your Mortal Soul Stones and just get few points. I'm going to use 2 of this first and see what we'll get from 7,000 points. A 6-star, 5-star. Another bias. What up with me and another bias? Is this a sign that she's probably coming to my account? That's a new one. Incarnate. Am I expecting an Abaya soon? Amazing epic with a great poison. Sacrifices his health for that reason. And I'm gonna sell it else I forget. Any other duplicates? Ooh. So this guy is a duplicate. This 6-star I just got. I have been 5-star before. Go ahead and sell that 4-star and 5-star. Any other one? That's it. Ezio, I don't need Ezio 3-star. I already have him higher than that. Duplicates on Modo. Incarnate, I just did a 5-star on her. Gotta always check through these. I'll brush through the epics later. I just wanted to check the obvious ones. Alright, more card flipping from there. I feel like this is an easier way of getting champion instead of making us summon 200 shards. 200 ancients, 200 voids, 150 or 100 voids, 220 sacred shards. This is a more fun and interesting way of doing guaranteed events. But if you do not have these soul stones saved up, the only solution for this is to buy. So it gives Playroom a advantage of making players who do not have this essence available for them to just go ahead and swipe the card if they want this exclusive champion. So it does create a huge FOMO, I know that for sure, for those players who do not have this saved up. And this is one thing I always make sure I try to save my... Ooh, I got the legendary skill too. I try to save my this thing for my essence. 5 more cards to flip. Will that be enough to get me? What's an area where I don't see any fragments? Here. That's a 3. Area where there's no fragments. There's lots of fragments there. What about here? Lots of fragments here. Here. No, that's a Primal Shard. I'll take it. 3 more to go. That's a 3. That's another 3. The last one. Will it be a 10 or something crazy? It's a 5-star chicken. So obviously that's not enough. Fragments. 95. I just need 5 more. Now at this point I could go in there and do another Eternal Soul Stone Soul Merchant right here and get another one or two. But no, the smart thing to do right now, since I'm at 95 and I just need 5 more fragments, will be to wait until I go ahead and farm this event dungeon for this upcoming Augustine Frenzy tournament. And once I farm that, I'm gonna get the 1 more or 2 more card flips, and that will get me the 5 fragments I'm looking for. So that was my plan, to start the master deck of it first, and then leave some cards unflipped so that I can use those last cards for the upcoming Dungeon Divers or Gear Hunters events. So I decided to do it the other way around, instead of doing Gear Hunters first before flipping my cards, because this is quite an exciting event, especially if you have the resources saved up. You just want to flip as soon as possible, and of course put out this video for you guys to see how well I do. Unfortunately, this time around it feels like I'm going to have to flip all the cards. Last time for Hilvi, by now I probably have all her 100 fragments and left some cards even unflipped. This time around I feel like I'm going to have to go all the way, either with the Gear Hunters or with 1 or 2 more Immortal Soul Stones that I have to summon to complete this. So that's this Master Deck of Fate, giving you this amazing new Assassin's Creed champion, who is going to be, like I said, not available to summon from shards, any type of shards, after this collaboration event ends. So that's why he's going to be one champion. Since I play Raid Shadow Legends, like I'm trying to grab them all like Pokemon. That's why I always wanted to chase after this type of events. Whether the champion will be useful for my account or not, that's not the question. Will it be amazing? It's just something I feel like after today I can't get him again in the game in the future. That's why I'm going for this. So if you don't mind missing out on some few champions, you probably want to use your resources on time when there's a 2x chance of getting soul stones, perfect souls I mean, for your champions. So this is not the best time to summon those soul stones. It feels like a summon rush, right? Because a summon rush also comes out when it's not the best time for you to summon sacred shards. That's when summon rush come in here trying to make you summon your sacred shards when the chances are not boosted. That's what these Immortals and Eternal Soul Stones I just did feels like. But since like these are things I get in the game for free from the Iron Twins Fortress, this essence that I farm for free, or from other events and tournaments that I get for free, kind of with either gems or energy that I farm once in a while, I feel like that's easier to just go ahead. But you see these shards, I do get them for free most of the time from the clan boss, but still spending them feels like a pain because you want to use them at the best boosted rates. So I don't mind summoning Immortals, don't mind summoning Eternals on events like this, as long as it guarantees me that champion, just like I just got this champion right now. So that's my deck of fate all done. I'm going to use the Gear Hunters to complete the rest, like I said. And I wish you all good luck with your own card flipping. Hopefully you don't have to go all the way to 40 to flip all the cards. And if you have to use a lot of Gear Hunters, some people are in the event dungeon farming at a low level of 3, 4, below level 10 to get out as money points in the Gear Hunters, so that they don't have to flip a lot of cards, or they don't have to summon a lot of Immortal Soul Stones. But I have them, I just have to spend them for that purpose. I still have enough whenever I see a champion that I need the soul for, a 6-star soul. I still do have enough of those what do you call it now, this essence, in order to go into this market and boost it up to an additional 200 or 300 and get it. And this is what I did not want to miss, so that's why I did not start with my Eternals. That's why I went with Immortals. As for the Immortals, I still have a little bit. If I see something soul essence I need to spend this on, I can still go ahead and buy it. But usually I don't see anything in the market that I need to buy with these lesser ones. That's why I spend the Immortal essence instead of this. I know that's not what they are called, because they're all mixed and interchanged right here. Immortal Soul Essence. Okay, that's what they are called, instead of the Eternal Soul Essence. All right, enough rambling. My event is done. I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh wait, I even had a lot of these and I didn't even take a look at it. 28 of this. So we'll have to wait until when these events are boosted to do this one. So, all right. Is there anything else happening in the game? No, just doing my Fire Knight right here. Like I said, on the Noob to Pro, farming the Fire Knight. Cold Heart keeps dying because she's level 50. It's quite annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and also put another Fire Knight battle on auto over here for maybe 10 or 20 battles. which I should be auto selling, but I'm not using gems because I do not want to wait. The Fire Knight has a few more days to go. If you've not done all the events, let me give an update on how many fragments I have so far. Today is a Monday. Today is Monday 16th. Yes. Boom. So, all right. So it's good to check these fragments. If I did not check, I probably would not figure this one out. So I'll go ahead and get this one done as soon as this Fire Knight is done farming. I didn't turn on energy refill and it stopped after energy was done. That's not nice. Let me turn on to use gems, because that's why you have to get this event done as soon as you see them. Sometimes just sacrifice the gems. You don't have to wait to get them done in the last minute. That's probably what happened. That's why I missed out on this. Use gems to restore energy for 20 battles in the background. All right. Like, subscribe for more daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I wish you all luck with your Soulstone summons. Way better than mine. All the 6-star mythicals and 6-star legendary champions you have on your wish list. Hopefully you get them for sure. Later, guys.